Hey guys, this is Power Breaks and I am back with another LEGO Megazord review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Sentai Gaokai, and this is in homage to the Power Rangers Wild Force and the Gal Ranger toy line. And this is also called the Power Rangers Wild Fury, so pretty much a similar name to its original predecessor. But these guys are just a Lego version and they're going to be awesome to review because I have 24 different Zords and I hope that you guys are just gonna enjoy this entire series with me. Today we're taking a look at the main five right here. We have the bear, the hammerhead, the lynx, the vulture, and the gorilla. So those are the main five right there, and then we'll go on to this guy later, and then we'll take a look at the Mammoth Ranger. So we got a lot to take a look at, and I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy this just as much as I enjoyed making it. So let's take a look. Continue. I'd like to relay something. Now you know that these are the main five Rangers. Do you see their colors? Here is the Mammoth Ranger, or the Gaokai Ancient, which is like a brown/gold Ranger. And then over here, you see, here's the Ranger team right here. Now we have 5 different Rangers. We have Gaokai Red, which is the bear, blue, which is the hammerhead, black, which is the gorilla. We have yellow, which is the vulture, and whites, which is the lynx. Now, they're very, very, very similar to their Wild Force or Gal Ranger variants. And here is these brown/ancient Ranger right here. Totally different design. He looks ancient compared to the rest of them. And then we also have the Gaokai Violet, which was the evil Ranger. And he was pretty much just an evil Merrick, okay? But when he turned good, he turned into the Silver Ranger, which is the bat, and his hyena mode turned silver also with purple highlights. So it's a pretty cool transformation for him, and this is the sun and moon power. So that's kind of why he actually has 2 Zords right there. I wanted to show that to you guys. This is a little different, you know what I'm saying? He was rocking with this guy at a point and then switched sides, and he was able to control that. But that's why there are 3 Rangers down here, because these are the same guy. And we're gonna take a look at his morpher so you guys can understand it a little more. So here's the Gaokai morpher. You just have these magnetic plates that attach to the wristwatch, and you have the bear, shark, gorilla, vulture, lynx, mammoth. His is different with the key, kind of like Tommy's from Dino Thunder. And then we also have the double-headed side, which is the Silver Rangers, which has the hyena and the bat. And there are also, you know, other little plates that you can click on there to summon the other Zords. So that's pretty much how that works, rather than having the little, you know, the power sphere, whatever the things is called, but those little Wild Force circle things, those balls, crystals, those. But that's what they're using. So yeah, it's pretty much it. And you notice that there's a wristwatch on there, a wrist morpher. So that's pretty much it for these Rangers. Let's get into the real Zords, because they are Gaokai beasts. And these are pretty much just the power animals remade, or the Wild Force Zords. 5 awesome Zords. So the first one we're taking a look at is the bear. Now this is one of my favorites because it looks like a remake of the lion. And I actually do have the lion for comparison, so we are going to take a look at that. So 360 ball joint right here. A lot of movement. There's some movement in the bare feet here. His paws do have articulation, so that's also nice. Mouth movement is there. Nice green eyes with a gunmetal gray nose to sort of differentiate its features. So nice colors though. Black going on, got a little tail movement. Hind legs do move, and it's just a pretty awesome Zord overall. And here's the red lion for comparison. You see the red lion is a darker red, but they both have that gold on there, so I think that's just a plus for me. And this is like a liquid gold, if you can see on the sides, and this is just like a brushed gold, but it's beautiful die cast. And of course he's a little heavier, but this is also pretty chunky himself, so he's not a light Zord, especially for Lego. But overall, I think that he is a great representation of what he's supposed to be, and that's this guy. So I guess we could sit him down and take a look at the shark, because the shark is one of my favorites. It's a hammerhead. Now we got some silver under there, some red, nice design with some gold. He's pretty much just the spitting image of the hammerhead mixed with the blue shark. You know, it's just pretty much a mixture of that. So we have the pivot of a shark on his body. His fins do move. simple stuff, and the mouth does open. So overall, just a very classic feel. These guys feel great and like super high quality. I don't know why they just feel like that. They feel like Zords, man. That's all I could say, because they are Zords. But here's the gorilla, which is my favorite right here. I love the bear too. I love all of them, but this gorilla is just awesome because we don't get black gorillas, and I love the black gorilla. It's really cool Zord. We got some silver features all within the face. We got some arm articulation here. His fingers do open. Oh, well, I popped that off, but his fingers do open up. You know what I'm saying? He does have the finger articulation. He can open up his hands and stuff. But, you know, his design choice was, I don't know why I took that off, but his design choice was definitely aimed at the original real gorilla. And there's his little feet though, you know? It's just a little few sacrifices had to be made for transformation, but the portions are just right. And I think that he does do the job as the black gorilla. He has his nice tusks too, and his head can move. Now, we're gonna compare him to the Gao gorilla, and I'm gonna show you guys the total difference between these two, okay? Now, these are the two gorillas, and these are totally night and day different. You can obviously see that this is a real Wild Force Zord, but this guy is a gorilla, so he gets a pass, but he does not look like this one. But he's still a cool gorilla, and I love this Zord because he's buff. But anyway, next, taking a look at the tiger. Really nice Zord here. Pretty much, I mean, not the tiger, the lynx. This is a lynx, and I called it a tiger, but we do have some head articulation on a little ball joint. She has her fangs sticking out of the side, pretty large fangs. Got some bend on the elbow, on a hinge, and then there's also a ball joint right here, which is nice. So there is a lot of articulation that can be done. There's also that little pivot there, and there's some brushed metal right there. Her little tail is on a little ratchet. So that's also a plus, and her hind feet can move. They're articulated a bit. And she has some really big paws because if you don't know, lynx cats have large paws. So her paws are pretty large compared to other Zords of this type of body type, and especially compared to her tiger predecessor. The tiger has really small, skinny paws and everything, but this lynx cat has big ones because we know that lynx have big hands. Actually, paws. They're not even hands. But anyway, here's the vulture, one of my favorites, and this is pretty much just the eagle, but redone totally different. Like, the transformations look so similar when it's combined, but they are night and day different on how they work. And here is the vulture. So articulation is in the head right here. You can bend that all the way down. We got movement in the wings. You know, she can flap those things. You know what I'm saying? The wings can definitely flap. Why do I always pull stuff off? Well, that's just because the ball joints, you know, they're a little cheap from the AliExpress kind, but they still get the job done, you know what I'm saying? So, open up these feet here. You can see the talons right there are articulated, and they're nice gold talons. So, I think that looks pretty dope. Nice stuff going on here. So here is the vulture. Definitely a nice Zord. There is the head sculpt. It has a maroonish red eye. You know, and that's pretty much it for the Zords. Now we can form the Megazord, and I can see you guys in part 2. Wild Force was peak Power Rangers, and let me show you, because the Megazord for this is pretty much Gaoking, but we're making Gaokai King. So we're gonna fold out these connectors right here. Then we're gonna straighten out. We're gonna straighten out his feet. Okay, then I'm gonna fold up the the bear legs. I'm gonna fold up the bear legs like this, okay? Pretty much the same thing as the Red Lion Zord, but it's a little different because we're using a bear this time. But once you fold it up, you have the upper body like that. And it's the same thing you would get with Gao Lion, which I will show you. I mean, it's not that much different. I'll fold the tail in, but you see they're gonna be the upper bodies. They're pretty much the same thing, but that's what he is. Set that to the side. I think I'm gonna work on black because he's the biggest one. So he's pretty much the legs. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off his arms, okay? This guy has his arms detached completely. Now, once I detach his arms, I'm gonna rotate his hind legs, and I'm gonna flip out his feet, okay? Once I do that, I'm gonna grab his gorilla head, and I'm gonna fold it around like this, and I'm gonna turn that around, okay? And I'm gonna rotate the legs around, okay? Now, next, I'll get his arms, fold that in, then I'll rotate this around, come to the back, flip these up. There is a leg, the same thing, fold it in, rotate that around, flip these up, voila, now I plug these into his arms, his legs into the arms. And you know, I had to draw this design before I even made it. And I'm telling you, it was very impossible dang near for me to execute. But I actually got it spot on to the drawing. So once you finish it up, there are the legs right there. And what you see are two little gold plates right here that resemble a gorilla's chest, so that you know that this is a gorilla. But these are the legs that are gonna form up the Megazord. So I'm gonna set that to the side. And next we're gonna pull in the shark, okay? Pretty simple. I'm gonna fold up his fins, rotate around. I'm gonna straighten this out, detach it. This will be the tail sword, rotate that. But this is the tail sword right here, okay? Nice silver there. And this is the blue Zord, ready. So we can sit him to the side. And I'm gonna grab her last. I'm gonna grab this one next. All right, which is the vulture. Now this is a complex transformation. So let me show you exactly how this works. I'm gonna fold these wings forward, right? And then I'm also just gonna position the head just a little bit. I'm gonna raise this section here, rotate that around and down. And then this head here will just spin around, and then it collapses right into there. Then I'm gonna raise up the bird feet and sort of just open them. I'm gonna open these up, right, like that. Just gonna leave it like that for a second. Then I'm gonna fold around these wings, because as you know, this is like Gaoking. So there's that. We're gonna leave hers like that for now. And we're gonna bring the camera down just a little bit, because we're gonna take a look at the links. Fold the tail. Then I'm gonna fold these legs around like that. Do the same thing on that side, fold that around. Then I'm gonna fold up. If you look, watch how I do this. I'm gonna fold, rotate that, fold. Everything folds, okay? It's a folding mechanism. Fold, rotate, and in. I'm gonna rotate that. And there is your arm for the, oh, and bend that just a little bit. And there's the arm for the Megazord. Now we can start combining. First is the legendary sandwich technique. I'm gonna sandwich this right on top of the gorilla. And that is the upper torso of the Megazord. Now, I'm gonna start connecting the arms now. So I'm gonna get blue. We're gonna plug him in right there. Okay. Then I'm gonna get white. Plug that in right there, like so. And everything fits together quite well. It is a very fitting Zord. So next we're gonna get yellow, and we're just gonna plug it right on top. So this fits right into those 4 squares, like that. We bring these down all the way. And then I'm gonna bring the head down to rest, okay? And it's really simple Zord, guys. This is a simple transformation. Let me show you. I need to raise the camera just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fold these out, and they'll sort of be like his horns, the Megazord horns. And that is pretty much it for Gaokai King. Now there's a stand right there, but here he is fully combined, and this is the Gaokai King, the Megazord of the entire lineup. This is the first Zord of the series, a basic and awesome homage to the Power Rangers Wild Force Megazord, aka the Gaoking. Now this is awesome. I love this Megazord. I used to have it. You guys see the other Zords that I had, but I gave away most of them by accident. Not accident, on purpose, but I regret it. But anyway, that's why I built these guys, to fill that void, because now I've built more Zords than I've ever had of the Wild Force line. So I think it's great. Here is the sword right here. I do wish I kept those wild Zords though. I really shouldn't have given those away because those are super rare and now they're hella expensive. So I'm gonna plug this sword on though, close the mouth. Bam, there's the wild sword and it's awesome. I think that this is a really good sword. So we have bend at the elbow and we have the almost 360 arms, you know what I'm saying? But they are there, you guys get it. It could go 360. There's a bend at the knee and you can move the leg up a little bit. And if I want to, I can put him in sort of a kicking position. That's one thing that Gaoking couldn't do, was that. And you can also rotate the legs. And this is just a really cool Zord. There's also a waistline right there, so you guys can see that he's not just all thick. He is pretty posable and he has a great waistline. Also, this sword is just nice. That's all I gotta say, guys. I don't have much to say about this sword other than you guys know what this looks like. You guys know what this reminds you of. This is definitely a good representation of a Lego Megazord. Definitely, this is gonna be one of my top 10s, like everything else is. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this review though, guys. This is part 1 out of I don't know how many there are gonna be, but this is it. This is the first part of the series. So all I can say is like, comment, and subscribe. And that's pretty much it for the Beast Sentai Gaokai or the Power Rangers Wild Fury. This is Gaokai King or the Wild Fury Megazord. This is Power Bricks. I hope that you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I really enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making these. And I hope that you guys stick around for the next one because it's going to be a big one. And then this is me telling you, peace!